All right, this shit is a fucking joke and it's so comical, man, that it's it's so beyond me. Just when I thought that the Mayweather era is over, that we can actually get back to some real boxing where the best actually fight the best. Well, apparently that day is far from happening because, well, first thing first, y'all, I have to say that it's been a while since I made a vid, and I have other things occupying my life right now. Whereas my job is becoming overwhelming, so is my acting career is becoming overwhelming, which is great. But other than that, I am one man, so I can't really burn myself out. But it is what it is. That's life. But let me get into the meat and potatoes of this video here. Now, I'm reading an article on boxing.com. I'll post a link to the article in my description box below so you can take a look at it. It says here, the title, Wilder Eyes Voluntary. Why should we wait on Povetkin? All right, first things first, Deontay Wilder, okay? Yes, congratulations, man. You became the first American heavyweight champion since Shannon Briggs, okay? Coming off your title win against Bermane Safar, who at the time was a defending champion. You beat him by a decision, which you clearly showed the doubters and naysayers that you can actually box. So after that, you took on a voluntary defense against Eric Molina, which I've stated clearly in several chat rooms and forums that I have no problem with a champion who's coming off a win, or a fighter who's actually coming off a championship win, capturing a title from the defending champion. Uh-oh, what is this? Okay, sorry about that. I have no problem with a champion, or actually I say a fighter, coming off a win against a champion by capturing the title and then making one voluntary defense. All right? And the reason why I say I have no problem with that is because many great fighters have done it. George Foreman has done it. Vander Holyfield has done it, and so on and so on. Ray Leonard, you name it. But my problem with this is that a fighter who has one of the most recognized belts in boxing, which is a WBC belt, actually has fought two mandatories already, and he has yet to enter negotiations with his mandatory challenger, which is Alexander Povetkin. Okay, now after Wilder defeated and TKO'd Johan Duhaupas, okay, the WBC has made it clear. The president, Mauricio Suleiman, who is the son of the late Jose Suleiman, the former president of WBC, he had made it clear that Wilder will no longer be making any more voluntary defenses. He will have to enter negotiations with his mandatory Alexander Povetkin. Okay? Now, the negotiation deadline will be set. Now, if Povetkin and Wilder can't meet the deadline, then they have to go to a purse bid, which I quite have to be honest with you that Al Heyman may not have the pockets to beat Povetkin because, first of all, Povetkin's backers got so much money and so much clout to where they actually got Vladimir Klitschko, who was the recognized linear champion, to come over to Russia and fight. So now, the thing about this, what pisses me off here, is that Wilder had made a comment that, well, Povetkin is fighting November 4th against Marius Watts. I'm sorry for butchering his name. On November 4th. Why should I wait for Watts? I just want to stay busy, which creates a scheduling conflict because Wilder wants to fight in December. He wants another voluntary defense. But the problem is the WBC made it clear that you're not getting any more voluntaries. Now, if you do choose to fight another challenger that's voluntary, then the WBC is not going to sanction that fight. So I don't know where he gets the nerve to say that I want to fight fight voluntaries because Povetkin is fighting in November. So why should I wait out Povetkin? That makes no goddamn sense. Okay. I mean, I'm seeing this personality of Deontay Wilder. And don't get me wrong, I like Deontay Wilder, man. He's actually one of my favorite fighters, but I'm not going to blindly follow a fighter, when they doing some bullshit like this, man. How the fuck you going to sit there and say that, Povetkin is going to be busy November 4th, so I want to be busy in December, so I want another voluntary. I'm like, well, shit, if you want to fight in December, cool. I got no problem with that. Why don't you fight a top 10 fighter? Okay? Why don't you do that? Or even a top 15 fighter like Anthony Joshua. Why don't you go in his backyard and fight him? I mean, I don't know, man. This is crazy, man. Ah, Lord. Deontay. You know what? Let's be fair here, man. Yes, you broke, you have a tremendous record of 34 wins with 33 KOs, which is very, very spectacular. But let's look at that record closely, okay? First of all those KOs those string of KOs that Wilder has are against opposition that's far mediocre, far below mediocre, I should say. And they're against past prime fighters like Ali Harrison, which is I wouldn't call him so much of a bum, but he was just an underachiever. And Sergey Lvovich, who got knocked out by Shannon Briggs in the last minute of round 12. So, I mean, other than that, I mean, Wilder hasn't had, many great names on his resume to, equate a great knockout status that he has. I forgot to mention that he beat Stavern, which was his greatest win of his career. And, of course, Malik Scott, who actually took a dive against Wilder. I don't give a fuck what anybody say about that. That was a dive. Take a look at that fight if you don't believe me. So, Deontay, I mean, man to man, bro. Seriously, dude, you can't be calling shots like this. I know you're the champion. You're making more than $1 million per fight. That's great. All power to you, man. But you have to understand, us fans are supporting you. We're trying our best to support you. But if you keep pulling bullshit like this, man, you're going to steer away a lot of your detractors. And this is not the way to go. You got to step up and you got to fight the competition. You said it yourself that you fight all comers. You didn't care who it is, how big they are, how powerful they are, and how small they are, or how fast they are. You didn't care. You said that before you got the title. Okay? But now all of a sudden you were the champion. You started doing all these goddamn Floyd Mayweather tactics. Be carefully calculated and selective on who you want to fight. That's all I got to say. I'm out.